Hey, this is Sir Charles Carey. I want you to join me on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. for the Tru-Mu podcast, True Music. That's where we talk about all things.
I'm a musician, singer-songwriter, producer, engineer.
All things creative.
Me and my co-host, Carl T. Smith, the smooth one, will be glad to hear you, glad to talk to you, answer your questions, and talk all things music. The Tru-Mu podcast, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Be part of the energy.
I can see that thing that makes men stop, standing still, all in denial, suffer loss of will.
Welcome back, folks, to another episode of the Tru-Mu podcast. True music, creativity, innovation. If it came from nothing, we're going to probably talk about its inception. I'm Sir Charles Carey, and today, like many others, we have a special guest. This gentleman I've known for some time. It's been a while since I've seen him, but I figured let me just reach into my bag of tricks and pull out someone that has something to offer. And if you're wondering, Carl T. Smith, the smooth one, is not here today. He's got a gig. He's always doing other things. He's a singer. He's a songwriter. He's a music producer. He's an editor. I mean, Carl say he stays busy, but today we have no one other than Kenny Vines from Kenny Vines Ministries.
Woo-hoo. Amen. Yes.
How's it going, man?
What's up, my brother? All right, it's doing good, man. How you been?
Oh, I'm grateful. Yes, sir. Always.
Yeah, it has been a minute. It has been a minute.
I think the last time we did something was at the event Wordplay Wednesday on Dr. Drive. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
It sure was, because that place has had a makeover. The management has changed. It looks like a brand new setup now. So I've been there.
Wow.
But it's really a nice place. But
yeah,
to us though, man, look, man, it's been a while. So for those
who
know you, who is Kenny Vines and what is Kenny Vines Ministries?
Well, first of all, I am a Washingtonian, native born, been here for all my life. Started singing, I guess, in the early 90s.
Okay.
And of course, I'm a husband, father, a minister. Back then I was not, I didn't have the role as a minister, quote unquote minister, but I'm a minister at my church, and I'm still doing gospel music, but I'm doing a lot of speaking now, you know.
Let me ask you something about that.
Mm-hmm.
I know you do gospel. Did you always only do gospel music?
Let me say it like this. Before I got into the church, you know, like young people always do, you know, when they with the buddies, you know, on the corners, you know, doing their hooping and hollering. I did do some singing, you know, and the one artist that I used to impersonate was Al Green.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I used to love Al Green back then, and I still do love Al Green.
Yeah, Al Green's he's a fantastic
yes, man.
An icon, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
We followed him all from the 70s, even up to today. I think the last time I actually saw him was at Constitution Hall, maybe 5-6 years ago with the Whispers, you know. And
and he was one of the I guess one of the protege that I kind of like looked up to, because when his songs, I would listen to the lyrics, not just the beat, but I listened to the lyrics of the songs. And of course, you know, I'm old school. I like Earth, Wind and Fire. I always listen to the lyrics, not necessarily the beat. You know, the beat is good, but the lyrics also, when you take time to listen to the lyrics, man, you know.
So look, so what happens to your brain when the beat is good and the lyrics is good?
Oh man, it sticks. It sticks, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
it sticks, man.
There's nothing like a good marriage of lyrics and music. You know,
Yeah.
when you talk about that, I had to remind myself because sometimes I would find I would get caught up in
Hmm.
performing, and I had to realize why was I not pleased with my performance. And I think a lot of times I forget to feel the lyrics. I forget to convey what the
Hmm.
song, whatever it may be, what is the song about? You know, it's
Yeah.
great that you can hit the notes and do all kinds of vocal acrobatics, but what is the purpose or the meaning of the song, and are you conveying that? You know, that was always something I
Right.
had to remind
Right.
myself of.
And I think that's probably in every artist, because we are our worst critic. You
Yeah,
know, we are our worst critics. I have some awesome musicians, man, and I mean, like, man, you're good, and they say, no, I'm not that good. You know, then they would compare themselves with someone else. And I'd be like, no, they're not that good. You know, but
right.
we are our worst critic, and you know, and I guess that's good in a way. You know, and it could be bad in a way too, because I've had some
Sure.
musicians that gave me some, you know, when I give them a lyrics or want them to produce a song of mine, you know, they come up with some good chops, man, and I'd be like, I love it, I like it, but then they'd be like, I don't like that, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, and so, hey, I mean, that's just how it is. You know.
So you've been performing mostly gospel, I'll say, since the 90s, even though you've done some
Yeah,
music prior to that. Um,
yeah.
in your travels since the 90s, since you started doing this, have you, which I know I'm asking an obvious question, but have you recorded any original material, you know, original gospel material?
Yeah, yeah, I have several projects that's out right now.
Okay.
Um, I could have had more, and I am steadily putting out more, because I have a lot of materials that I have not yet released. But I do have a couple of projects that's out right now. Um, and not only just gospel music, but I've also written love songs.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so my thing
I didn't know. I
is,
wasn't sure
yeah,
about that.
yeah. So my thing is, it's the lyrics that that has to make sense. So whether it's gospel, whether it's neo soul, I like neo soul too.
Okay,
Um,
I had no idea.
yeah,
Okay.
so you know, but I put out just strictly gospel. I mean, you know, I'm a gospel artist. I'm a minister of the gospel, but I do not. Um, I'm not prejudiced against any genre of music.
But I
You know,
bet your lyrics and your songs that are love songs, they're not vulgar.
no.
They're they're tasteful and they're classy in the presentation.
Yes, yes, man, yes. I mean, I'm thinking of one song then that I wrote for my wife years ago, and it's called "Baby Girl,"
Okay.
and it's really nice. Got a nice beat to it. I mean, and I have to put it out. I ain't
Yeah.
really put it out. I've been sitting on it for a couple of years.
Did
You
she know
know,
it was for her and about her?
yeah, she knows it was for her, but she didn't. You know, my wife, she's not a music lover. Well, she loves music, but you know,
She's
you
kind of shy.
know, yeah, 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 yeah. And she sings with me too.
Really?
Yeah, and I guess uh, uh how can I say it? She sings with me because, well, I haven't forced her to sing with me, but she sings with me and she supports me. So she's my biggest fan.
That's nice, man. That's nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that is great, man. I know that I think it was last week I did a little short, maybe 5, 7 minute video about who
Mhm.
I perform for, who was my songs for the songs that I write today.
Yeah, yeah.
With this time in my life, who was my audience? And
Right, right.
I did another clip on the difference between, I guess, today's artists and
Mhm.
our genre or our era, you know, the people that
Yeah,
listen to our music. And, you
yeah.
know, I think it's so important that, for me anyway,
Mhm.
the song is a tasteful song, the good lyrics, it leaves something to the imagination.
Mhm.
It's not vulgar. I mean, there's some songs that say some really salacious things. Now, the songs may
Yeah,
be good, but I think it would be so much better if they use different lyrics or whatever. But, you
right.
know,
Well, I found out, you know, when it comes to music, there is an audience for every genre of music. You
Right.
know, it can be some crazy stuff, man, and there's an audience for it.
Yeah.
And you and like myself, I also try to be mindful of the audience that I want to captivate.
Yeah.
You know, but I want to captivate the middle age and the older folks.
Right.
And so, you know, I don't have any wild or crazy stuff, you know. And then when I do write my songs or write out my lyrics, it is not, to be honest with you, I can truly say I never ever really sat down and thought like, what am I going to write? You know, now I have well, let me just back up. All of my songs, and I'm not being super spiritual or anything like that, but all of my songs really do come to me from God. I mean, they come if I'm in a, you know, when I'm asleep, in a dream, I'll have a vision. And once it come to me like that, I do kind of not sit down and think of what I'm gonna put with it, but you know, I'll have the song for maybe a couple of weeks or whatever, and then I'll so it's like baking a cake, a layer of cake. You
Yeah.
know, the lyrics will come to me, you know, after a while, you know, and I have my recorder, and I'm putting it on, and of course I'm critiquing it as well, and my wife, she's also critiquing it also, you know. So it is my audience, um, and like I say, like now to give you the backup, give you an example. My son, he's 27 years old now, and he's been
You know,
playing. No, Cedric,
okay.
the youngest one. So he's been playing with me for ever since he was 13.
Okay.
He's an awesome musician, I'm telling you. Um, but I found out that he don't like my style of music.
Oh wow.
He's a jazz dude, you know.
Okay.
Yes, and you know, and I guess my style of music to him was always because it is I guess gospel. Now he's a Christian fella, you know. He like gospel music, but he likes all kind. He mainly like jazz music and Christian music, you know.
I had
So
those experiences, whereas some people that are around you, you know,
mhm,
you may, well, it's a little different than yours. You may wonder why sometimes they disappear when you're rehearsing, or they don't go to a show, and
yeah,
they have
yeah,
a preference in something else.
yeah,
And
yeah.
when you find out, it's like, oh wow, okay, well,
You
but
didn't know.
that's their choice.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I don't beat them up for that. You know, it's not necessarily awakening for me, but it's to show me that okay, everybody is not everybody don't jive to my music, and I'm
Yeah,
good with that. You know, I'm good with that. You know, like I say, there's an audience for every genre of music.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
I found I agree with you when it comes to putting a song together. When lyrics come to me, it's like water from a faucet. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
have to
good.
really think about it.
That's good.
The music, and I may recite something, or I may even write it down. And
Hmm.
how I know it's supposed to be is because it really doesn't change. Small tweaks
Hmm.
here and there.
Yeah.
The melody remains the same. I remember the lyric content,
Hmm.
and my heart feels glad. No matter what it doesn't have to be a very bouncy or dancing song, but it's
Right.
just whatever it is, it just sticks because that lyric was meant to be with that music. So I know you
Yeah.
write lyrics. Do you play an instrument as well?
I tingle a little bit on the keyboard. Of course, I can play all percussions. Um,
Oh, okay.
but my thing is, I have, and I'm not patting myself on the back, but I do have excellent hearing. Ever since I was a teenager, I have excellent hearing. So I really kind of like hear. Um, I would say into internal. I hear songs, or
Okay.
I hear the tune in my head. and
Right.
and it seemed like it's easy for me to after God has given me a song, it's easy for me to put it together. Now, I will say this: the love songs that I wrote, the
Uh-huh.
love songs that I wrote, um, I did sit down and wrote them,
Okay.
and that's amazing because I just thought about that just now. A friend of mine's, Trinaldo Waters, he's a producer, he's a film director, he does a whole lot, man.
Okay.
He came to me and says he want to put a project together, and it's called and the project was called the Bay Jazz. What is it? Bay Jazz some project.
Okay.
It's a in the Bible from the Bible. But
Oh,
anyway,
J Bass.
J
Yeah, yeah,
Bass.
yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you,
yeah.
thank you. Got tongue
That's
twisted.
all good.
J Bass, right? So he went to three of us and said, "Man, y'all come up with 4 songs, and we're gonna put this project together." So I came up with my 4 songs.
Ah,
Yes, and I mean it was like I came up with it in within several weeks, and went to his studio. We recorded it, and they are nice songs, man. But they were songs that was concerning my wife. So it was like the words just automatically came. So
now, the not funny thing, but the I guess it was odd because it shows you how God shows up in our lives.
yeah,
I, I've recorded 5 CDs.
hmm
One may have had 7 songs, one may have had 10. Whatever, various amounts. But
yeah,
point is, and I didn't realize until one day I look back. Every time I record a CD or release a CD,
hmm
there's a song on it where like I'm sharing homage to God. And I was like, oh
yeah,
wow, it wasn't even planned. It just
yeah,
always seems to happen,
yeah,
or
yeah.
a message of some sort.
Well, that's all, and that's because I believe that's because it's the lifestyle that one lives. Number one, okay, you're entertainment. You've always been in the spotlight in front of the microphone,
Yes, sir.
and I'm pretty sure you do a lot of reading, you do a lot of studying. So it's easy for a person like you to come up with lyrics, especially when you're doing what you do, what you already does. It's
Yeah,
easy, and like for me, it can be easy for me to sit down and write a song, but I just never. I'm not chasing. That's not my lifestyle as a
yeah,
gospel artist. You know, I that's not my livelihood. Let me say it like that.
yeah.
But if it was my livelihood, yeah, I would um, be trying to brainstorm some songs because I got to bring in the money.
Yeah, and my thing is, I mean, I know we can't do anything without money. However,
Right.
my passion in speaking, writing books, recording music
Mm-hmm.
is the love of the craft, the love
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
fact that I can do things that there may be some that only dream of or wish they could do. And
Yes.
I'm just tickled, pleasured by the fact that I can take nothing or out of nothing, something can be created in either
Yeah.
of those areas and sound pretty decent, and I'm just
Mm-hmm.
grateful that, I do a lot of my shows. I'll do 1 or 2 songs. In fact, I did a show I did nothing but original songs,
Yeah.
and the people loved it, and I was really surprised. I mean, I don't know what I expected, but
Yeah.
I want more of the same because it's just my passion, literally, and
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. I see Sharon jumped on. She says, "Hello, Charles and Kenny. Keep doing what you love."
Yeah. Hello, Sharon. Yeah. And here's the thing: when it's your passion,
Yeah,
that's your niche.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying? Because
absolutely.
I found out, man, I used to be when I would sing when I was on the choir, I was on a man's choir, right? And I did a
Right.
lot of lead songs, and I would sing, and I enjoyed what I was doing. But when I was singing, I was not really uh, conscious of my stage presence, my facial presence, or any of those things, right? And even though that's I enjoy doing it. So I had to take inventory and kind of like structure what I was doing. You know, even like I say, I mean, it is my passion, and I know that's my niche. Um,
Right.
And also, God gave me a vision before I even started singing, man. And so I just went for it. Now, as long as I've been singing, I've sang in front of thousands of people.
Right.
You know, um, uh, not at one time though, but you know what I mean.
Sure.
And I am each. Let me say it like this: each time that I perform, and I say perform
Mm-hmm.
because, but I'm performing for an audience of one. Each time, I want to get better and better and better and better. You
Yeah.
know, I want to bring that perfection each time. So I mean, I do practice. Of course, you got to practice.
Yep.
And it's a lot of things that I do that will make my performance better each time. You know,
What was your last project, your recording that you put out? Was it
it was yeah, it was called the last project was called I just put out like a year ago.
okay?
Um,
That's kind of recent.
yeah. Wow, what is it? Oh, we worship you. That's it. We worship you.
Okay.
And this, of course, is on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, all of that.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And
Nice.
but you said something about when you put out your songs. You know what I've learned? I found out I have so many songs, right? So Cats they put out maybe like 13 songs on one album, right?
It's a lot.
I learned I'm not doing that. So no, I'm serious. And they have CD release parties. You know about
Yeah,
that, right?
I've done
So
that.
so this is what I found. I have a lot of friends, right? A lot of listeners, supporters. I will give them a CD and ask them to critique it for me, and I
Okay.
get feedback. And this is before I go in the studio to do the finalize. And I get feedback, and I say, "Oh, okay, I can do that." You know, but what I've been doing is putting out EP. You know,
Okay.
4 songs here, 4 songs there,
Right.
maybe a single. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. I've done that. Yeah.
and,
I get a lot of singles lately.
yeah, and it's kind of like putting the bait on the hook, you know, because all you need is one hit,
That's it.
just one.
Make a difference. Yes.
Yes, just
Indeed.
one, man. And then the rest will follow.
Exactly.
you know,
I'm looking for your other stuff.
yeah, yes, man. And matter of fact, it's when you get that one hit, and like you said, they're looking for other stuff. Now you got the other songs that you hadn't even put out. They can, and guess what? They're gonna love it.
Look, your catalog will catch on fire. As,
Yeah,
as as a good friend of mine said, how's he say? He says, when you catch on fire, people coming from miles around just to watch you burn.
yeah, yeah. And then guess what? They get too close, they're gonna catch on fire.
That's right. That's right.
Which is a good thing.
That's right.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah,
Energy is always transferable. So you
yeah,
play several instruments. You're a lyricist. You're a singer. Now,
yes.
you can only choose one. What would be your best or your favorite go-to?
I would say, far as me playing an instrument,
Playing instruments, singing, or writing?
um, I playing an instrument.
Okay.
I mean, playing it. How can I say it? Playing it uh, efficiently.
Oh
Playing
yeah.
it to the point where it is. That is, man, that's good.
Yeah.
Because now I can go. Now I can be for hire. I can be for hire. I can, you know,
Accompany other people and stuff like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I now, even as a writer, um, I've been told that I've been told that, why don't you write for this person or that person? And I'm like, yeah, I can do that. I would love to do that. But getting in touch with people is kind of hard. I reach out to people because I know a lot of gospel artists, but it's hard to get in touch with them,
Yeah,
connect with
I'm
them.
in a similar space as far as I would love to have other people sing some of my songs,
Yeah,
but
same here. Yeah,
until that happens, I'm just going to keep recording them and
yeah,
maybe get lucky. Someone want to do a song here or song there.
yeah. Someone's gonna hear it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
that's how I that's my perception as well. With a lot of the songs that I've already put out, um, I wouldn't have a problem with anyone else singing because I don't feel that I'm the best singer. I really
honestly,
don't.
I know I'm not, but the
Yeah.
difference. The difference between some of us is that we have the desire, the passion, and the will
Hmm.
to go and do this thing, and
Yeah.
others, they just sit around in the cut, which is fine. We need audience members, but
Yeah.
I never profess to be the best anything. I just do what I do.
Exactly. Same here.
I'm grateful that I can do those things. Um,
Yeah.
what do you think is the most? I know you said you'd rather play. What
Hmm.
is challenging for you as it relates to the music game, the music business? What's the most hard?
Well, even right now with the way um, social media is taking off, um, it's not really challenging, but it is like to even get my music out there, you have to. It's like an 8-hour job, man. I mean, it's like you got to continue to promote yourself, push yourself.
Yeah,
That's the challenging part for me, because I don't have a crew working with me.
right. It's
So
always a team. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So that's but I do have my sons. They're both in California. One is a videographer. He does videography, and the other one, well, actually, Kendall does videography. The oldest one,
yeah.
okay, which is named Kendall Vines. He got a lot of stuff out there. And my son Cedric Vines, he he's an audio engineer and he's a producer.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I have both of what I need to really get me out there, but they're doing their thing, so I'm not pushing them. When I do ask questions, Kendall tells me, "Dad, you got to go on YouTube and find out how to do these things."
Yeah,
So that's the most challenging thing for me is just
putting your
continue.
material to getting
Right,
keeping it out
right,
so people can know about it.
right, being proactive, because I can't, I don't want to stop them. They doing their thing.
Have you done any music videos?
The music videos I've done, probably 3 at the most. I think maybe
Okay,
4. I know we did a Tiny Desk concert a couple of years ago.
cool.
Um, when Kendall was here, we did a video. Just it wasn't a real
A big production.
right. No, it wasn't that. It was just me sitting in the chair and doing a video. That's it. But I like I said, I need to be more proactive because he's told me to do this.
Yeah.
Even doing videos here at the house, and I can send them to him, and he can edit them.
Yep.
I haven't even done that yet. Just haven't, I
Yeah.
don't know.
It
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah, for sure. So now, are you currently working on something, or are you doing gigs based on your most recent projects? How's it working for you now?
Well, right now, I'm taking it slow. I mean, I like I said, I do have projects that's ready to go. I just got to take it to the studio, and
Have
I did talk to one of my engineer about what I wanted to do. Matter of fact, this was just recently. It's just a matter of me just getting it together, taking it to him. But at the same token, it's like my passion now is kind of like, well, let me not say my passion, but my season is kind of like shifting to ministry now. Preaching more. Um, I'm still a gospel artist. Um, so I would say by next year I should have another project coming out.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'd be curious if we could work on a song one day, you know, see how that would turn out.
Hey, I'm open for it because, you know, like I say, it's just, you know, it's not about me, it's not about you, but guess
Right.
what? I believe it's about the people that needs to be reached. Of course, it's all about God, but it's also about the people that need to be reached.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I you know, I'm very hungry, but I don't know. I look at myself sometimes like a kid in a candy store or toy store.
Yeah.
When it's like when you learn how something is done,
Yeah.
you don't unlearn it, you know, and now you have this resource at your fingertips because
Yeah.
now you learn this thing. So you have no excuse not to produce, not to move forward, not to grow.
No excuse at all. You're absolutely right. You're
I mean,
absolutely right.
you know,
And it's so crazy, you know, they even got the my son Kendall was telling me about AI. You
yeah,
know, you can use AI to even write a song now.
yeah. And I tell you, you know, I prefer writing my own stuff, but
Same here, yeah, same here. I'm not gonna go to AI, you
if
know.
I ever got stuck, I would consider it, but I don't know. I think there's something to just like reading a book.
uh,
I'd rather read a physical book where I can turn pages versus getting on my phone and just
yeah, and
looking
letting
at
it,
the screen and sliding up.
yeah. No, I got you, man. And
Yeah,
I understand. But yeah, I'm coming out. Like I said, I have some, man. God has given me some. I mean, I have some wonderful songs, man. I wish I could play them and you can hear them, but
yeah.
they are really, really nice, man. But one day we need to sit down and collaborate.
Yes. Is any of your material on YouTube?
Yes, the what is it, 4 or 5 projects that I have out, you
Okay.
know. Yeah, this on YouTube, you know, just type in Kenny Vines, um, uh, V as in victory, INES, you know, or on Spotify, Apple Music,
Yeah.
all of the streaming platforms. Or if anybody want to reach me, they can go to uh, my email, kenny.vines@yahoo.com.
Okay. Okay.
You know, so I am open to even do. Matter of fact, I'm doing a program this Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now I'm not going to tell you where it's at because I don't. I got to look at the flyer.
Yeah, but you know, in the feed, after we finish, if you get the information, you can come back to the feed where this isn't just posted there if you like, so that
Okay.
people
Okay.
can be aware of what's going on and what you're doing. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
like
Yeah.
I said, I love music so desperately, man. It's almost like it's a personal relationship, because I've been
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
it so long,
Yeah.
Uh,
That's good, man. That's good.
in
Yeah.
fact, today I was just looking at some new songs that I had started on, because like I say, when I get an idea, I get the
Uh-huh.
draft, I get the format, and it's good to have that guideline before I
Oh yeah, definitely.
finish it up, get my draft, and so forth and so on. So now I believe we spoke the other day. You said something about you were asking me about quartet singing. Now, is your songs designed around that style, or what kind of how would you
Well,
describe?
wow. And I'm still trying to. Well, I'm still trying to figure it out. But now I've been told from several different people, man. I've my first project that I put out. A lady from Jamaica, she got my CD, and
Okay,
she said, "Oh, I love it, man." And my friends, they love it. They trying to get my CD, and I said, "Really?" She said, "Yeah." They said it sounds like Jamaican. I was like, Jamaican, and I'm not even Jamaican,
right,
but I learned something from that the other day. People will, in your face, they'll tell you good things, but behind your back, they'll be like, "Oh, I don't like this." But anyways,
hey, if that's how she hears it, that's how she hears
that's
it.
how I see it. But I guess I would put my music in the category of it's not even it's not a copycat of any. It's not a copycat of Fred Hammond or the Williams Brothers or the Winans. But people told me, oh, sometimes they tell me, oh, I sound like Fred Hammond. And then
Okay,
sometimes Yeah, then sometimes they tell me I sound like Marvin Marvin Wayne.
Okay.
Yeah, and and I'm a baritone.
Right, right.
Okay, so when my style of music, well, let me say the style of music that God has given me, it's not an imitation of Fred Hammond or Marvin Sapp or Marvin Winans. You know, it's just how He gave it to me.
Look, maybe you just happen to have a similar textured voice, and that's a
Yeah,
style that appeals to you.
yeah,
You're not trying to be them.
and I'm not a screamer. That's one thing. And a lot
Yeah.
of people say, "Oh, he's so smooth," you know. And I don't try to be smooth. That's just the way I
How you
project my.
deliver.
Yeah, exactly. You
Yeah.
know, and I try. And when I do sing, I try to make sure that I pronounce my words and not only the way I pronounce my words, because that even people sometimes like the way you pronounce it or how you run that and
I don't do runs. I'm not a guy that does those runs, and that's just not my forte. I
yeah.
like it though, but I don't do it.
And my bass player just told me the other day. He says, and I was singing a song to him, and he said, "Oh man, I like that run." And I said, "What run?" And I didn't even
Ah,
realize I was doing a run.
right, right, right.
You know, but like I say, there's a audience for every style of music that's out there. And
Absolutely.
my style of music, I'm still trying to figure out what my style of music is.
I mean, I know for me, I like
Uh,
I like ballads, but at the same time, if it falls on me to write something mid tempo, then that's
uh,
what I write. I got
yeah,
have two songs in particular that I know people would probably think. One is called Everybody Knows.
uh-huh,
Everybody knows you and I. They probably would think it's about a girl,
uh-huh.
but it's really about the relationship with God. Everybody knows
See?
you and I should be one, and that's
Yeah,
just the way. Now I started it thinking that way, but I said, why do I have to write the same type of subject matter? So I
yeah,
thinking. However, if people interpret it about that type of relationship,
yeah.
that's fine.
And
That's
and and that's how it works. That's how it works when you sing a song, right? That when you sing a song, you wanna have that audience captivated where it is. What is he talking about? Remember Rick James with the song
Mary Jane.
Mary Jane?
Yeah,
Who was he talking about? He
you'd
talking
have
about
never
that.
thought.
He talking about the joy.
Yeah, but what about Brandy? It's the OJs.
Yeah, you see.
See,
So when
talking
you got
about
a song like that, man,
yeah,
when you got a song like that, man, for me, it to me is like, okay, that's golden, man, because they ain't
yeah.
gonna figure it out, and especially if they got to keep rewinding it. What did he say? What are you talking about? And keep rewinding it? Oh, that yeah.
Now, and I have another song that's called "He's the One," and I'm
Uh,
really telling my testimony, but the music sounds like
yeah.
I'm
Like you
saying.
want,
When I was down and out, no one would help me out. I
yeah,
decided to look above, look for his blessed love. That's
yeah.
when he touched my soul, and that
Oh,
touch made me whole. So
yeah.
now I share with you the things that he can do.
I
He's
love it. I love it. Now, that's not gospel.
It's a gospel message, but I
Yeah.
mean, if you hear the music, you probably wouldn't think that though.
But see, that's what I'm saying. The lyrics is what makes this, to me. The lyrics is what makes the song. It can have a R&B beat to it or
Yeah,
jazzy beat. Like I say, I'm not prejudiced when it comes to music. I
right.
listen to the lyrics. The lyrics is what gets me, man. You know.
And I tell you, look, every time I sing that song, he's the one.
Uh,
Caught up in the song because that's my story.
yeah, yeah,
Down
yeah,
that dark path, and he touched me and lifted me up, brought me back from
yeah, yeah,
this. And
yeah,
I realized, and just like I said before, when the song comes to me, the lyrics or how I'm going to tell the story come to me, it
yeah.
comes and it sticks.
That's good. That's good, man. Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
good. Well, yeah, keep on doing it, and I know I'm gonna keep doing my stuff too, man. You know,
For sure.
because I know God is not finished with me. You know,
That's how I feel. Yes, sir.
yeah, and like I say, you know, and it's not to just sit on the shelf either.
Right.
You
Exactly.
know, I know it's not just to sit on the shelf. You know,
Even in this world of streaming, do you have hard copies of your projects as well as the, soft copies?
yeah, I
Me
do.
too.
You
Me
know,
too.
yeah, I do. Because you know, even though they're not making vehicles now with where you can play a CD, put a CD in, but you know, there's still some people out there who got CD players.
Or
You
CD
know,
in the car. Yeah.
yeah. You know, and matter of fact, when I do programs like this Sunday, I'm gonna take a couple of CDs with me and give them away.
Okay.
You know, yeah, I don't have to sell them anymore. I mean, you know, they can bless me if they want to, but I'll just give them away now, you know, because you know, people when they download my songs, you know, it ain't a whole lot, but it's money.
Look, man, look, it all counts, and
That's right.
it's all part of the craft.
Yeah.
You have anything? I know you just said you had something coming up, but afterwards, again, you can post the information in the feed on my page, and you can even forward from my page to your page so
Okay.
that your followers and your friends and family can see the conversation that we're having right now. And if
Okay.
those of
Good.
you that are just jumping in, I'm speaking with Kenny Vines of Kenny Vines Ministries, singer, songwriter, minister.
Hmm.
He does a little bit of everything for the goodness of
Yeah.
those that love the Lord.
Yes. 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 Yeah.
I'm just glad I was able to catch up with you, man. And
Yeah, same here, man. And I was just yeah, me too. And I was just of course, you and I are friends on Facebook,
yeah,
and you know, I'm not a Facebook stalker, but I'm not also I don't post a whole lot on Facebook. I do post some things on Facebook, but every now and then when I'm strolling through my list of contacts, I see there, and I like, oh man, look, my man Sir Charles, he's still doing it, and I see your videos come up. And
yeah,
I applaud you, man. That's good. Keep doing it, man.
and I'm
You know,
grateful. I'm grateful that
yeah,
I still can at this age, and that I still have
yeah,
the interest and the drive.
yeah. And you know, and now with the technology with social media, man, it is so crazy until you don't know who's watching you, you
Yeah,
know, who's listening, who is it touching? Because I don't believe anything that we do is in vain, you know. You know, especially if it has a positive message, you know, a positive
that's
message.
something that I talk about even when I do my keynotes and stuff. The fact that you never know who's following you, who's watching you, who's learning,
Yes, exactly. That's
whether
right.
they're in your workplace, your your place of worship, your community, or
Mm-hmm.
even on
Mm-hmm.
social media. So
Yeah.
to live your life or try to live your life in a consistent fashion and really mean it, your intentions are pure, honest motives.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
that's not much to ask of. Everybody's going to mess up. I get that, but
Mm-hmm.
you have how would you say, if you have a philosophy of life and you can stick
Mm-hmm.
to that philosophy, and it's about being decent, and you have good intentions, good motives, I don't
Mm-hmm.
think you can go too bad, and you can always course correct.
Well, yeah. Well, first of all, your character is going to dictate that, you know, that persona that you put out there, and what you reap is what you're going to sow. Or
Yep.
let me say, what you sow is what you're going to reap.
Yeah,
You
for
see what
sure.
I'm saying? So it is you know, the life, like once again, the lifestyle that one carries himself or herself, you know, it's going to come back to them, you know, in so many different ways I can't even begin to explain. You
No,
know,
absolutely.
doors are open up, you know, doors are closed. You know, it's that's how things work. You know,
It's funny you're saying that. Those actual words. Johnny Gill is one of my favorite singers. Now,
yeah.
of course, he's younger than us, but there's a song he says, "When the road is rough, I've got to stand, or
Mm-hmm.
else I'll fall in God's creation."
Wow, see that?
The
Hmm.
lyrics say, "Doors open I've never known, and if I ask in faith, he'll show me which way to go.
Ooh, yeah, that's good.
I got to stand, or else I
Yeah,
fall. And God,
yeah,
oh man, that thing
man.
brings tears to my eyes.
Wow, and that's a message right there. If somebody hear that, that's what I'm saying. The lyrics, man, the lyrics in the songs, man. I'm gonna tell you something. Lyrics, words has meaning. Words can change a person's destiny. Words, man, can change a person the way they think, their life. I mean, but when we hear it in a song,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just wow.
it's
That's
like
a message in itself.
look, it's
You
like our
know,
early beginnings when we learned Mary had a
a
little
little lamb, yeah. A
lamb.
little lamb, yeah.
It's so the rhythm it just catches on and it's like wow, and you always remember it. You
Yeah,
always
yeah, yeah, man. But the I don't know why it's still on my mind. That song, the love song that I wrote for my wife.
uh-huh.
It's called "Baby Girl," right? And
Right.
it says, "Baby girl, here I am singing this love song to you, girl. I want to take this time to tell you how much I appreciate you." And you know what? And that was like, now I've been married now 39 years.
Wow. Okay.
This year will be 39 years. And I
Nice.
wrote that song over 10 years ago.
Wow.
And see, and I sat on it and hadn't put it out yet. But it's just that it was like uh my wife, man, oh my goodness. Well, not just my wife, but things you experience, whatever,
Yeah.
you write from your experience. That's why I don't necessarily sing everybody's song.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because that was not my experience.
Right.
You know, um, a lot of my writing, God allowed me to. He gives me songs based on my experience and my, I would say my relationship with Him.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the songs that I write, that God allowed me to write, are not necessarily worship songs, but they could be a worship song. Um, just go check it out, man. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Look, I've written songs about my sweetheart too.
Yeah,
You know, Bay and Without You, and
yeah,
there's been several. That or life's experiences.
yeah,
You convey them through your songwriting, through your craft. You know.
yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
somebody need to hear it.
Yep. Exactly.
Somebody needs to
I
hear
just,
it,
I just
man.
want to take the time to say thank you for sharing your time with us.
Yeah,
Keep up with what you got going on, especially when you get to your next project.
yeah,
And still, I'm gonna hold you to it, man. I may call you one day and say, "Hey, man, let's get together and see if we can collaborate on the song, or something."
yeah. Well, hey, man, Sir Charles, anytime. I have the studio here at the house now.
Oh, we both do. Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Great.
I got the equipment, everything, man. You know. So
You,
yeah,
you, you find yourself putting me out.
no, man, that's all right, man. No, man, shoot, I get some musicians to come over, man, and shoot, man, we can have a good time. I'm telling you,
Look, look, you can't threaten me with a good time.
yeah, man, anytime, because
Yes, sir.
even after this is over tonight, I'm going to reach out to you because I want to get that information again.
Okay.
And like I say, I don't think I locked you in when you called me the other night. You called me when? Was it Saturday night?
I forgot, but yeah, I'm gonna look on my phone and make sure that I send the email and all that good stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
And just another um, shout out. Well, not a shout out, but I told you I've been doing a lot of speaking now,
yeah,
and just recently I've been on WICB. I was on there Saturday past.
they got a pretty big reach, don't they? They have a big
They
market.
do, yeah, they do, yeah. As a matter of fact, when I was asked to come on the show by Sister Carolyn Wilson, she
Uh-huh.
does a show called Sanctified Saturday.
Right.
She's on every Saturday from 8:30 to 9. And I've been her featured guest twice already. And I'm going to be up there a couple more times. And she has a phenomenal show. And she also,
Go to the studio, or is it online?
I go to the studio, and she does the Facebook Live thing, but it's of course live on the radio. 1340 having 1580. I'm not 1580, 1340 WICB.
Okay,
And she's also a vendor. Okay, I just got you. I saw you. And she's a vendor, and she's also looking for vendors. If you know any vendors out there, you can, I guess, get in touch with me, and I can get you in touch with her.
for
But
sure.
yeah, and she's always doing
She,
something.
well, she looking for vendors for like events.
Events, when events are going on, vendors who want to not necessarily showcase what they're doing, but vendors who are selling product.
Gotcha,
I believe that's what it is. Yeah.
gotcha.
So yeah, man. I'm glad we having this conversation.
Yeah, man. I would definitely reach out to you, and we can reconnect and see what we can come up with.
Yeah.
Video, but for other projects, and see what's happening. Because like I said, I just can't get enough. As Barry White said, can't get enough.
Yeah. No, I got you, man. I understand. And even nowadays, we gotta stay focused
Yeah,
on the task at hand. Don't get off focus. Because so many distractions out there right now. Oh my goodness,
absolutely.
a lot of distractions. Yeah.
But man, look, once again, I appreciate your time. Thanks for coming on, and I hope your network they enjoy the conversation. And
Yeah.
if you have any comments or questions, please put it in the post. Either Kenny or myself will respond to your comments and your
Yeah.
statements or questions.
Yeah.
With
And
that,
yeah, and I would like to say thank you for having me on, man. Thank you for thinking about the brother after all of these years, man. And so I'm a firm believer. I don't believe in coincidence. I don't believe in happenstance. I don't believe in luck. I
right,
believe things happen because they have been preordained to happen. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? They don't just happen just to be happening. There's a
right,
reason why things happen. So I
right.
appreciate you remembering me and having me on your show, your podcast. It's an honor, man. And tell the missus I said hello. She
I
she
shall.
yeah, she was one of my favorite customer supporter. Oh my goodness, you can count on her being there.
There you go. There you go. I shall. I shall. Thanks a lot, man.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate you, man. You have a great evening, and we'll talk soon.
Yes, sir. All right. Until then, God bless, man.